got some training to do. A marathon to prep for less than 2 months. Hey, my fault. Didn't follow the plan, didn't stick to the plan. It's not advised. But all things two of the most hardest words that a human can say. Have a guess. Sorry and help. We've been waiting for you for so long to ask for help. We've been waiting for you for so long for you to ask us to help you. My ego. Right. But when help is at your door, knocking, I speak from pain. It's so hard for us to ask for help. Go deeper than that. Is there a time?
Real talks, zero edits, just raw conversations on the go. Hot takes, zero breaks. New episodes every week. Subscribe wherever you listen.
Good morning. If you've been following for a while, thank you. I appreciate you. I love you. And if you're new, welcome. Before we get any further, I just want to extend out a humble request, please. If you can like, comment, subscribe, or share, it would do me a huge favor towards, and be a big help towards trying to grow this channel, to be able to share with those who need it. And I know many a time I've gone through stages of my life and have been able to listen to others share their stories and be able to relate and be able to make decisions, good decisions, because of what other people have gone through, and I want this to be able to offer that sort of help for those out there, that you are not alone, you don't need to do it alone, and there is help out there. Today being a Monday, the 7th of July, I'm just heading off to work now, and as you can see, it's dark in here. And the only way you'll be able to see me if I put on some sort of light. Otherwise you ain't gonna see me. Let me change this. Take this off. And so we're preparing for work this morning, but I need to get to work earlier than what is requested, because I got some training to do. I got a marathon to prep for, North Shore Marathon, which is in less than 2 months, and I got a whole heap of training to do. 42 kilometers in total. I've signed up for the marathon, and I think that this time last year, because I'm doing the same marathon as I did last year to start off my marathon journey and career, we were, my running partner and I, we were well into running. What was it? July now. I think we started our running in May. We didn't sign up for the marathon until June, July, which then made us like become more serious about our running. This time around, I've had to restart a running program, which is a marathon, and because it's in under 2 months, it doesn't recommend I even run a half marathon within the next 2 months, according to this running program. But hey, my fault. Didn't follow the plan, didn't stick to the plan, and now I'm in this predicament where I got under 2 months to prep for a marathon, and those in the running know-how, those in the running knowing, it's not advised to train for a marathon in under 2 months, and let alone to then run a marathon with only 2 months of training. But all things are possible. So God strengthens us, and I want to make note and stress the fact that we serve a living God who can do anything. And running 42 kilometers is nothing compared to miracles that have been performed. Running 42, it's not even miracle status worthy if I run this 42 kilometers. It's not, shouldn't even be held in the same regard as a miracle if I run this thing, because I believe I can run this thing 42 kilometers. It's the time that I'm trying to run it in, and if I look at what I'm trying to achieve, I've got a lot of running to do, because I can't, well, you could, but the timing of it would be different. So if I'm looking to achieve a certain time, then I got a lot of kilometers to get under my belt, and so I'm heading to work a couple hours earlier to try and get at least an hour run in, and not looking for a distance. I just going to run for an hour, and whatever that looks like, run, walk, and just get some kilometers under my belt, before we head out for work this morning. So I've got that to prep for. One thing I want to mention today is in conversation with a couple of my brothers yesterday, we mentioned two of the most hardest words that a human could say. And I'll give you a moment to have a guess for yourself what those two words might be. You could pause this or not. And these two words are sorry and help. And of those two words, maybe sorry is the hardest word, because it might be a little bit easier to ask for help when you're in trouble, like deep, it's an emergency, call 111. You might ask for help then, might, but sorry and help, what do you reckon? These two of the most hardest two words to say. Obviously, if you're just going to say it to yourself, it might be the easiest words, but in terms of using it in its right context, it's hard for, especially if you have an ego, especially if you have pride, it's hard to ask for help. Even harder to say sorry, because that involves humility, that involves humbling yourself, that involves putting one higher than yourself. Sorry and help. And I bring this morning because when we had the conversation, when it was brought up yesterday, the brother mentioned that he could have, I don't want to, no further commute, but it's a bit of a personal story, so I don't want to use names, but he asked a particular family for help just recently, and the family said, we've been waiting for you for so long to ask for help. We've been waiting for you for so long for you to ask us to help you. And in his sharing, he said the thing that held me back was my ego, my pride. And in discussion, I said, man, what a blessing. But also, man, how much further could you have been had you asked for help 1 year earlier? How much further could you have been if you were able to stomp that pride out and get rid of that ego? How much further could you have been? And he said, no, I wanted to try it myself, and there's no harm in giving things a go and trying to work it out. No harm. But when help is at your door, knocking, and the only thing standing between you receiving the help and you moving forward with the help is your ego and pride, man, how much further could you have been? And it's funny now, because when I brought up the two of the most hardest words a human could say, sorry and help, we laugh at it now because it's so hard. I speak from a male's point of view. It's so hard for us to ask for help, because I know we want to try to do things ourselves, and we want to make sure. I don't know, is it natural? What's the word? Is it a natural way that we try to do these things ourselves as males? But I look at the Bible, and in the example that was shown to us, that God said it was not good for man to be alone, and so He created a helper in the form of Eve, and in that form of Eve, the help was there. So one, it's not good for man to be alone. Two, even though you think you are alone, God is there to help you. Another example, Jesus could have done it himself. For some miraculous reason, he created a team. Okay, my friends created a team, but even in that team, he was able to. He was able to get help. He was able to get help. He created a team, even though Jesus could have done it himself. So, and it's not until we realize these things, or we snap out of our own mindset, that we can understand and know that we don't need to do anything by ourselves. It's okay to have a team. It's okay to have help. It's okay to accept a helping hand. Yes, we want to do the work ourselves. Yes, we want to be the one to say, I did this, I created this, I did all this. Yes, it's good. But sometimes, to move forward, we need to just check ourselves. Check the ego. Put it into check in. Make sure that we don't let our ego and pride delay our journey towards success. So maybe you've been in that situation where someone's offered you a helping hand, or even you are trying to help someone, but they just don't seem to be forthcoming with the idea that my help for you will benefit you. Maybe you're in some sort of situation where you can see the benefit of your help for them, or the benefit their help can be for you, but my only suggestion or advice is we just keep pursuing for the opportunity to not only one, accept the help, but to be able to give the help as well when the opportunity arises. Just come out of a weekend where we're able to sit. We were able to perform our first communion. We were, as a church, then the last time our church was able to do communion was a very long time ago. Very long time. And in this beautiful ceremony, we were able to perform the communion Friday night, and from beginning to the end. I must say, like, I take my hat off to those who do these, or have been doing this, and I continue to do these ceremonies, or even just to set up for the ceremonies, because man, that took, I know for me, it took a lot out of me setting it up and ensuring that things went smoothly, a lot of planning, and you can do it all. You can do all the planning and do all the work, but if there's one thing you need, and that's a great team. And that's a great team behind you, because you can't do it all by yourself. You can't. Maybe you think you can. You can't be everywhere at once. The setup, the pre-setup, during the service, the post, you can't do these things. And so what a beautiful opportunity, ceremony it was for us to perform, to be able to serve the church, communion, bread and the wine, to be able to go through the motions of serving the church bread and wine. And even in that situation, in that ceremony, about humbling yourself to be able to wash your brother's feet or your sister's feet, and then to come together to break bread and drink wine. For us, we use grape juice, but it's still wine. It's just non-alcoholic. Usually these days when you refer to wine, you automatically think alcoholic beverage. But in those days, wine was just squeezed grape juice. Oh, excuse me. And so we went into the ceremony as prepared as best as possible, and then to be able to be able to roll with the punches in terms of late changes, adapt to situation at hand, and with all due humbleness, and I felt bad in one situation because it was time for, and hey, we're all learning, and we all make mistakes, and in one point of time during the ceremony, it was time for us to be seated, and instead of us being seated, the pastor went to read the next scripture to prepare us to drink of the wine. And as he went to start, I said, "Pastor," and he looked up, and he wasn't sure what. And I gave this motion, and I was trying to be discreet as possible, motioning the walking back to my seat or pointing back, and he wasn't sure, and he went to in discussion with him after the ceremony, because I apologized because I didn't want to interfere with the flow of things, and he said, he looked at me and he wasn't sure what he said, and he said to himself, "Did I forget something?" And he called again for has anyone missed out on receiving wine. And in that time, Ben slowly motioned over to him and said to seat the deacons. And then it wasn't until then he clicked that, "Oh yeah, sit us down," and then we drank the wine. And up until then, it was all smooth. And man, did I ruin should I have just let it happen, or did I do the right thing? I think I'm going to head in another direction with this one, but is there a time when doing the right thing is not the right thing to do? Hey, there's fair or foul. I'll give you that one. Fair or foul. Is there a time when doing the right thing is not the right thing to do? The answer just popped into my head. Or an answer has just popped into my head about doing the right thing. And that's found in the Bible. And the saying says, if you know the right thing to do and don't do it, it is a sin unto you. And then you could even expand on that. According to who? According to who? And it's according to you. The Bible says, if you fall under the category of you, then this applies to you. If you know the right thing to do and don't do it, it is a sin unto you. And I think I've just answered my own question. But this is going deeper than that. Is there a time when doing the right thing isn't the right thing to do? No, I've just leant towards no, because if I know the right thing to do, then I should do it. But I want to expand on this in terms of one, according to who? According to who? Two, just lost the sorry about that, just lost my just lost me my phone holder. Yeah, so is there a time when doing the right thing isn't the right thing to do? Fair or foul? And that's one situation where in that moment, I felt like man, I didn't want to kill the vibe, or I didn't want to interfere with the sacredness or holiness of the ceremony and break his train of thought. And so I was thinking after, man, should I have done it, or should I have let him run the course and just let it happen. There's a couple of ways you could look at it. Is just let it happen. But there's also another way, is if you see your brother making a mistake or lead towards not so much not the right thing to do, but lean towards something that he shouldn't do, or like the process as we practice, it wasn't going to be that way. So and it was just a lapse of, for whatever reason, concentration, nerves. It's just a lapse in focus, and it happens to everyone. So in that time, I just was not psst, but basta. He looked up, and then and that was it. So, is there time and place? Is there? No, I say no now because I just read the Bible. But according to who? According to who? Just want to thank you if you're still listening to this. Thank you. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share. If you feel any of this resonates with someone you know or love, share it with them. See you on the next episode. Okay, bye. Fa.